Arad, the political capital of Great Union of Romania from 1918. By Dr. Adrian Nitsug. Political developments Arad before the Great Union from 1918. In the early 20th century, Arad was the political capital of Romanians Transylvanian. The economic development of Arad in the last part of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century generated the conditions for a high standard of living in the city and county which, in turn, made it possible to supply the national sentiments of Romanians, ensuring the national movement with human resources having an elevated education, as well as material resources, enabling them an effective political activism that had a unique purpose in national history. Great Union of 1918. In Arad we are on a solid ground of battles to affirm our nationality. Romanians are very strong in Arad, where they have an Orthodox bishop, the humble monk Ignatius Pap, a good seminary, an excellent preparndi, the church and school magazine and the Tribune policy sheet. They are well represented in the county assembly, where the Romanians speak freely our language, and just these days they have told cruel truths to the Hungarian parties who are fiercely struggling around the coalition program. Nicolae Iorga, 1906. Arad Orthodox Cathedral at the beginning of the 20th century. Enthronement of the Orthodox Bishop of the Diocese of Arad, Yanopol, and Halmagiul, Joseph Ion Goldish, 1899. Diocese of Arad, Yanopol, and Halmagiul at the beginning of the 20th century. National House of Parniva. Host the assemblies of the national movement Arad. Arad Romanian Press. The Church and School was a religious, educational, literary, and economic magazine that appeared at the initiative of Bishop Ion Mețeanu on February 11, 1877, in Arad and was published under the guidance of Vasile Mangra, who also established his name. The new publication had an uninterrupted appearance by the year 1948. The newspaper People's Tribune worked between 1897 and 1904. From 1904 until February 28, 1912 the newspaper appeared with the name of the Tribune. In 1912 merges with the newspaper Romanul. Editorship Newspaper Tribune. The last newspaper Tribuna. Romul newspaper appeared between 1911 and 1938. In the picture, Office of Editors. Typography of the Arad newspaper Romanul. Talks with Prime Minister of Hungary Tisza István 1914. Delegation that led talks with the Hungarian Prime Minister in 1914. Article from the Romanul newspaper in Arad in which Iuliu Meniu explains the reasons stranding talks with the Hungarian Prime Minister. Central Romanian National Council based in Arad. On the morning of October 31, 1918 at the initiative of members of the Romanian National Party in the Hungarian Parliament was established in Budapest, the Central Romanian National Council of 12 members, 6 from PNR Vasile Goldish, Oral Lazar, Titor Matali, Stefan Shisho Pop, Alexandru Beta-Voivod, Oral Vlad and 6 on the part of the Social Democratic Movement of Transylvania, Tyrone Albany, Jan Flurash, Enia Grapini, Iosif Jamanka, Joseph Renvoiu, and Basilio Sertu. Arad was represented in this body by 3 personalities. At the beginning of November the Romanian National Council established its headquarters in the city of Arad, in the dwelling of Stefan Shisho Pop, the president of the new political body. Arad became the political and administrative capital of Romanian Transylvanians. Central Romanian National Council based in Arad. Stefan Shisho Pop's house. Here originally operated the Romanian National Council whose president was Stefan Shisho Pop. November 1, 1918, Arad, in the current market Abram Iancu, demonstration of Romanians. The council formed territorial, county, circular and communal organizations, through which it led the political and administrative life of Transylvania until February 6, 1919. On November 9, 1918, the council sent a diplomatic note, drafted by Vasile Goldish, to the Hungarian government, calling for full power of government on the territories inhabited by Romanians in Transylvania and the Hungarian country. On November 13, 1918, a delegation led by Oscar Jassy, Minister of Nationalities, arrives in Arad for talks. After 2 days of negotiations, on the evening of November 14, 1918, the Romanian National Council sent the Romanian people a communiqué announcing the failure of negotiations, the intentions of Romanians being total dissolution. Arad Prefecture. The negotiations on November 13 and 14, 1918 were held here. In the manifesto entitled To the Romanian Nation, from November 6, 1918, the Romanian Central Council of Arad called on the Romanians to enlist in National Guards and bear the symbol of the Romanian tricolor national unity. The National Guards and Civil Guards villaged from the entire territory inhabited by Romanians in Transylvania and Hungary were set up for keeping the silence and fortune for everyone. On November 15, 1918, the Romanian National Council takes the decision to declare the union of Romanians Transylvanian from Crișana, Banat, and Maramureș with the Kingdom of Romania in a large national assembly. On November 18, 1918, the Romanian National Council drafted, by Vasile Goldish, the Manifesto to the Peoples of the World signed on behalf of the Great Council of the Romanian Nation by Ștefan Cișeu Pop, which made known the Hungarian authorities' refusal to take into account the fair claims of the Romanian population. On November 20, 1918, the Romanian National Council announces the convening of the Grand National Assembly in Alba Iulia locality, which was named in the Calling Act, the historical fortress of our nation. Credențial, mandate for the Grand National Assembly of Alba Iulia. Inu delegation to the Great National Assembly of Alba Iulia. Great National Assembly of Alba Iulia. The tricolor flag of the Pedagogical Institute of Arad hoisted in Alba Iulia. Great National Assembly of Alba Iulia. Presentation of the resolution of the National Assembly of Alba Iulia to the delegates. Proclaiming the union of all Romanians. Resolution of the National Assembly of Alba Iulia. Dirigent Council of Transylvania, Banat, and Romanian lands in Hungary. The council was a provisional political body with limited legislative, executive, and administrative powers for Transylvania, between December 2, 1918 to April 4, 1920. On December 2, 1918, at 9 o'clock, in the Court Hall of Alba Iulia took place a meeting of the Great National Advice in which the composition of the leadership of the Great National Advice was held, the composition of the delegation that was to present to the King and Government of Romania the judgments of the National Assembly of Alba Iulia, as well as the establishment of an executive committee with members from the ranks of the Great Advice with permanent activity and which would lead the current affairs of Transylvania. 15 members were elected to the Dirigent Council. Those present took the oath in the presence of the Bishop of Arad, Jan Ignatius Pap. Dirigent Council of Transylvania, Banat, and Romanian lands in Hungary. The bottom row, from left to right, Alexandru Vaieta Voievod, Ștefan Cișeu Pop, Arad, Iuliu Meniu, Vasile Goldish, Arad, Oral Vlad. Top row, Joseph Jamanca, Romul Boila, Valeriu Brănești, Victor Băncescu, Dionysie Florianu, Ion Suciu, Arad, Oral Lazar, Emil Hatziganuk, Jan Fluraș, Arad. The delegation that gave King Ferdinand I the resolution of the Great Union to be ratified. Vasile Goldish, Bishop Myron Christi A.A., Alexandru Voivod, Bishop Iuliu Hasu and Caius Bereticeanu. General Henry Matthias Berthelot, 1861–1931. He was the head of the French military mission in Romania during the First World War, starting October 1916. Defeated in the first part of the war, the Romanian army will reborn under the guidance and leadership of General Berthelot. He was involved in the diplomatic and military support of the Romanian cause. As a token of gratitude for the essential contribution to the modernization of the Romanian army and the acquisition of victory in World War, General Berthelot was awarded the highest distinction of the Romanian state and was declared an honorary citizen of Romania. In 1926, he became an honorary member of the Romanian Academy. By will, the general donated his entire fortune to the Romanian Academy. General Berthelot visited on December 1, 1918 Alba Iulia, where he declared, "The blood of the heroes fallen in the battles of the Great War be for you, O beautiful Romania, the seed of new virtues, so that your children are always worthy of their parents and ready to defend the sacred earth, so often invaded, but ultimately bound through the efforts of the last generations." Installation of the Romanian administration in Arad. General Berthelot visited Arad on December 29, 1918, had a spontaneous imposing welcome, feeling as among his fellow citizens, although the Romanians hid their desired purpose. General Henry Matthias Berthelot. On Saturday morning, May 17, 1919, the troops of the Romanian army in the 6th Hunters Regiment under the command of Colonel Piricchi enter Arad. After a short ceremonial, the Romanian administration was installed in Arad. Justin Marșiu was appointed prefect of the city and county of Arad by the Dirigent Council and entered into duties on May 19, 1919 hours 12 o'clock, taking over the administration of the city and the county from the Hungarian prefect, Nander Green. On July 17, 1919, the French 1st Battalion of the 1st Colonial Infantry Regiment leaves the citadel of Arad, where it was stationed with the destination Timișoara. Romanian troops occupy the citadel of Arad in June 20, 1919. Arad personalities of the Great Union from 1918. Ion Ignatius Pap, Bishop of the Great Union. Mihai Viliciu, Memorandum Member, President of the Arad branch of the Romanian National Party of Transylvania. Vasile Goldish, prominent personality of the Great Union of 1918. Member of the Hungarian Parliament, Minister of the IC Brătianu, Arthur Vătoianu, and Alexandru Averescu governments, representing the Romanian National Party in the Radna, Pesica, and Anu constituencies of the Romanian Parliament. President of the Arad County Council. Between 1921 to 1934, FITA knitting plant in Arad, Chairman of the Management Board. From 1923, Railway Arad Pajarya, Chairman of the Board. Stefan Shisho Pop, Member of the Parliament of Budapest and Bucharest, Vice President of the Great National Assembly of Alba Iulia, Member of the Dirigent Council, Interim President of the Council of Ministers, Minister of State for Transylvania, Minister of Foreign Affairs and President of the Assembly of Deputies, President of the Arad County Council. In 1911, together with his wife and others, were the beneficiaries of the largest credit awarded by a Romanian bank in Transylvania to 1918, 900,000 kroner, with which they bought the estate of the Count Latour, 6037 Tidable, near Lipova. Of 1921 the Romanian bank member of the management board. Of 1923 the anonymous company of electricity Arad chairman of the board of directors. Of 1928, from March 22nd, member of the board of directors ITASA, Arad Textile Company. Ion Suciu, organizer of the Great National Assembly of Alba Iulia. Ion Fluraș, Social Democrat, member of the Dirigent Council of Alba Iulia. Justin Marșu, the first Romanian prefect of Arad. The Great Union of the year 1918 was the most important event in the entire history of Romanians. It was possible due to a complex of geopolitical factors. Arad, through the prominent personalities of the leaders of the Great Union, Vasile Goldiș, Ștefan Shisho Pop, Ion Suciu, Ion Fluraș and others, was at the heart of events. The Romanian school of Arad, the church, the local Romanian press contributed, but the decisive role had the economic and social development of Arad and the region of the late 19th and early 20th century. Arad became, at 1918, the political capital of the Great Union. Arad, the political capital of the Great Union of 1918.